And we're here with. Okay, I'll do my water. Sorry, I'm on a fast, so I got to do water.
And
Cheers.
I drink alone. Yeah, with no BJF.
I am your man, BJFF, and as always, we have Johnny_Anchors. Go follow
Ooh,
us on
without him.
Twitter and follow us on Rumble so that we get 100 followers, so that we can go on that creator program, and hopefully, I can straddle down Johnny Anchors for 30 hours a month.
We rumble with Rumble. I'm liking this Wednesday night thing, man. I am liking this new tradition of Wednesday night. For some reason, I find a lot of availability in it.
Okay.
Works out well for the schedule of the family.
Yeah.
Eventually, it won't be that fucking cold, and I won't have to freeze my ass off out here in the garage. But yeah, it feels fucking good. It feels good to get this thing out here weekly. And we broke it down with breaking news last week.
Yeah. So let's dive into that. Let's go. Tell us the story. What is the MSM, as the kids are calling it? The mainstream media. What is the mainstream media saying is happening with that plane crash that we broke?
So yes, I'll be risen real quick. Um, no cap on God. So last week, a week ago today, we were doing this live. We were mostly talking about the executive orders, and there's
Yep.
probably been at least like 10 or 12 since then.
We'll get into.
Um, yeah, we'll get into it. So we're on the pod. It's probably about 30 minutes left the episode, and I'm looking up. I go, oh shit! There's a live breaking news plane crash in DC. There's something hit it. At that point, it just broke. It was about 20, 30 minutes after it happened.
On
And
Hannity.
on Handy. I think they might have even kicked JD Vance off the stage.
No shit.
I changed it up. I got Anderson Cooper on tonight.
Nice.
Um, gotta
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 keep it
keep
on
it
both
gotta keep it
sides.
equal.
Gotta keep
Gotta
it
keep it
equal.
equal. Um, so yeah, we saw a break on Hannity, and then I came up with a very wrong, at least my opinion, wrong, and you could debate it. I said it was a drone that crashed into one of these planes because the drones have been all over New Jersey, all over the East Coast. Ultimately, ended up being a fucking UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter that flew directly into the plane. And there's a lot of video out there. And shout out to the fucking brothers that got caught and popped at the airport because they shared the video to CNN. Like, why would they be in any problem for like why would they be in trouble for leaking video? Like they got fired, they might get arrested. It's like, dude, if without that video, it would have never been made clear. All the other footage was trash. It was like you could barely see these lights.
Mhm.
That literally showed that motherfucking helicopter, who, yes, can't see above, below, or left or right. That's why they have these spotters on them. But they can fucking see right in front of them.
Yeah. No shit.
It's right fucking there, just right into it. So
So
yeah, that's what happened.
there's the mainstream media's
There's
event.
MSM.
MSM for short, aka On God.
Muslim. Muslim.
Muslim. So my questions that I have from mainstream media are why did it take so long for us to get the names of the pilots of that Black Hawk?
Hmm.
How come Lockheed Martin was testing drone Blackhawks before Trump got inaugurated?
Hmm.
How come this Black Hawk had three near misses before hitting this plane? Because the flight path was up for like 3 or 4 hours, and then it just
I can
fucking
I
vanished.
can touch on that. I mean, a couple of them I'll touch on, but yeah.
So I just have some questions. Their story's not adding up.
Okay, the story on the Black Hawk being controlled by a drone. I mean, you have to trust the authorities who are recovering bodies, right? So if there was three people in that Black Hawk, and that's the story. There was three people, one pilot, the co-pilot, and whatever. There should be four. It's another thing. Why wasn't there a full crew there? Why wasn't there a full crew at the fucking tower? Why was the why was that short staffed? And we all know fucking why. Three little fucking letters that you were talking about last week that says it actually kills, and it fucking did
Yeah.
live on our podcast. Crazy. I don't really actually blame that guy though. He was literally doing the job of two air traffic controllers in the tower, and you know, I won't get too into that because I'm sure we will. The one part about the flight path, like I follow that. You know me, I love the flight trackers, the reputable flight trackers who would love to break stories like this. Were saying they were at much different altitudes at that time. Like it looks like they're close on the map, but
Okay,
in reality, the plane's thousands of feet higher at that time, and
makes sense.
they
Hey,
were
but
leaving
how
and doing
come?
this training mission.
But then why
Training mission.
was the helicopter at that height? Because aren't they supposed to be higher than that
They're
or lower
actually
than
supposed to
that?
be lower. And shout out actually our boy Kieran Spiracy. Didn't work tonight. We'll try to get another episode with him on another time. But he had pointed out what actually had brought me to want to talk to him. Um, because I said, wait a minute, aren't helicopters like that supposed to be flying higher? Like they fly up to like 700, 800 feet or more, thousands. Like you'll see a couple of them. Like if you look at flight trackers around wherever you are, they're doing training missions constantly.
Oh yeah,
And
just look at
in
the picture of
DC,
Vietnam. That's fucking hell of the
yeah,
way up.
yeah. I would be blasting that the entire time if I was a Black Ops fucking pilot. But yeah,
I,
they operate in DC. I guess at that area that they were flying in has to be at 100 feet or below, I believe, or 150. Anyone else in the our one solo in the chat? Um, I think that's the restriction in DC where he was flying.
okay, I mean that makes
Um,
sense, but he was still outside of it, wasn't he? Wasn't he at 200 feet or something?
yeah, he was 100 feet above it
Yeah,
and flying in a straight fucking line
yeah, right towards a runway.
at the plane.
Yeah, I don't.
Um, we'd hope that we get to the bottom of that with the new administration.
Yeah,
But at the time, I was thinking what a lot of people would think, and I don't know where the fuck since it's literally been a week ago. There's a million other things that have happened since, and I thought originally it could have been a hack. Right? They got hacked by a
could be.
foreign adversary. We see
Yeah,
F-35s falling out of the fucking sky.
all on that episode we said something about that.
Yes. So why wouldn't they have then hacked it and then been like, what's diabolical? I'll fly it into a fucking commercial plane,
Yeah, why the fuck
cause
not?
all hell to break loose.
All in because of this goddamn couch. Hate this couch. Need to get a new couch.
I was gonna say, I think you got. I mean, your cam, it's fine where it is, but it's like you got half the wall in your shot.
I understand, but I don't have anyone to put it until I get a fucking mount, and I need to make some fucking money on this goddamn shit before I put another dime into it.
Someone hit us up on fucking
I
Patreon.
I found the board in our city that the board like that I've shown you that I wanted.
Yeah.
Found the board in our city for $300. I don't have $300 to fucking buy it, and I'm pissed. So it's great.
Well, we'll ration. We'll bring some investors into it eventually.
Uh, but yeah, so I don't know. This whole plane crash thing is fucking. I thought we were going to immediately get answers because it happened within a fucking presidency that I kind of trust.
Hmm.
But again, we have fucking secrecy
Well,
and black ops. But the story's not over yet, and hopefully we get some answers because right now the government's going through a cleaning process. And let's roll into that, shall we? How about
the cleaning of
US
our government.
the USAID being shut down? How about that?
Oh, baby. Okay. So that I have never, ever, like literally since the summer of love, and maybe even more than the summer of love, when you were seeing, Maxine Waters and all these people saying, we got to get out there, we got to fight them, we got to take it to the street, we got to get in people's faces
Yeah.
over US aid, foreign aid is what you're really riled up about.
Yep.
Now, before you go into what I know you're going to go into, let me hypothesize something.
Okay.
You remember in 2020, they ran a couple playbooks. They had a couple different playbooks that they ran to try to put Biden in power, and they did. They did a good job. Besides the rigging ding, they ran, the Black Lives Matter. They ran social, unrest, the
Yeah.
summer of love, and COVID. So those became unpopular after he became president. People caught on. They're like, I hate having to bother myself when, I'm driving to work and there's people in the goddamn streets protesting.
Yeah.
Um, all of it basically COVID restrictions. I had to get fucking vaccinated, and I don't even know what the fuck is wrong with me anymore because I wanted to go to a goddamn sporting event or a freaking play, like
Work.
a concert, work, everything. Your life could have been, it could have gone way worse than that, but people didn't like it.
Yep.
So they had to come up with a new playbook. And for the last few years, I was wondering why they were running this Gaza line so hard and the war in the Middle East. That's exactly why. They need to be international. The Democratic Party is now the world watchdog, and it never used to be that way. The conservatives, war hawks, Republicans that I remember were the world police, and the
Yeah.
Democrats were peaceful and they were protesting war. That's flipped. But
Has it
anyways, why the US aid to
has
me
it
is
though, or has the party just been flipped? Okay, how can I word this? Okay, so you're saying that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party have switched. But is it
not entirely, but
that they switched, or that the two parties that you thought you knew are actually just one big party and there's
mm,
only one person against that one big party? And that
it's
one
the
person
uniparty.
is now in office and causing a big fucking waves, so that 2 weeks into his fucking presidency, we're already talking about impeachment, and
It's
we're already
that got rolled out today.
yeah, it's some bullshit, man. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So,
I think it's over US aid.
this is a multitude of topics that I wanted to bring up because they are very important topics, and I think they need to be said, whether it's by if you hear it from me or if you hear it from somebody else. I hope you hear it from me, but fuck
Well,
it.
you are
Here we go.
now.
Here we go. So this USAID shit, they're all up in arms because they got access to the budgets, right? And now we figure out that we're spending millions of dollars on LGBTQ services in other countries. We're sending tens of millions of dollars to Kazakhstan or something to have a new Sesame Street. We're sending exorbitant amount of monies for frivolous things that you can clearly tell are just for money laundering.
Yeah.
So all of the money laundering has now come to an end, which the
Hmm.
Democrats are upset about. Which, if that doesn't ring your bell in your fucking head, I don't know what does. Now on to Doge. Everybody has a problem with Doge and getting access to these files and all of this other bullshit. Right in the executive order, it says that they can't access any classified material. All they can access is unclassified material. So anything pertinent to the safety of our country, they can't get access to. You know what they can get access to? The books, because there ain't no fucking
Yeah.
telling
It's
the book.
the receipts. The
Yeah.
receipts is what they can get their hands on.
And then the next, so they have power to go look at everybody's fucking books. All right.
Hmm.
So let's brush that off. Now, the second thing is they don't have authority. Well, I had a lawyer on Twitter that explained it perfectly. I don't remember his name, and I'm sorry for that. So I'm being one of those
That's
cunts.
okay.
And I'm
We
sorry.
could have gave him a plug, but he means it. He just truthfully forgot his name.
I really did forget his name.
Yeah.
So he pointed out that the executive order that he put in place that that everybody thought was going to be fought in legal courts and everything was going to be bullshit.
Hmm.
Well, he put out his executive order not in legalese, as you might say, in the specific language of legal court. No, he just literally renamed an Obama era department. So there's already funding for the department. He
Hmm.
renamed the department to Doge. Actually, it's USDS, United States Doge Service.
Hmm.
So kept the acronym, kept everything but the name.
Okay.
And as president, you can have branches of government off of your executive branch that do
Hmm.
specific tasks. Well, guess what he tasked USDC with? Go find fraud, abuse, and all other crimes within each department of the government. So everything he is doing, everything Elon Musk
Is
is doing
against, yes.
is completely legal. It has been completely legal the entire time, and everybody's up in arms about it, saying that it's not fucking legal. I don't know what the fuck court they're gonna win at because he clearly went step by step of this is what negates their point here, this is what negates their point here, and this is what negates all of their points no matter what they want to say. It's fucking
Yeah.
insane. Like Elon Musk had to have some sort of play in the wording because he's got to make up some
He's
contract.
just an inflammatory guy. The crazy
Yeah,
thing is these people when they go to complain the most and where they post their videos, where do they post them? On X, his fucking site.
isn't that great? I think that's great. Fucking
So,
great.
well, who are you fighting?
Let's give him
It's
more revenue with ads because I'm going to
unbelievable. It's like, well,
another.
I can't get off X. That's my biggest following. Huh, that's too
I,
bad.
I fucking hate that our representative Chuck Schumer keeps fucking putting his big mouth into fucking bullshit because he needs to shut the fuck up. I hate that guy.
Here's a live quote as of this evening. Bernie Sanders, the Trump administration is moving this country very rapidly towards a kleptocracy.
Can you tell me what that is? Because I don't know.
I have no clue, and I can't look it up because my phone is how you are seeing me right now.
All right, hang on. Let me see. See if I can do
I
this.
believe what it means is like, I mean,
Clap.
klepto to me is a theft. It's a you know what I mean. You have a problem with stealing. You're a klepto. So I
Okay.
wonder if he's thinking it's a stolen government.
A government whose corrupt leaders who use political power to exabor- ex- expropriate the wealth of the people and land they govern.
Mm,
So
he
basically,
thinks so. They're trying to say he's taking our money.
yeah, when he just
The
set
funny
up
thing
the
is he's
sovereign wealth,
bringing our money back.
yeah,
Yeah, he's bringing our money back and putting it into like a fucking Roth IRA.
for
Like,
everybody.
I'm like, I read it. I'm like,
You know
how
what
did
that?
he do it?
You know what
I'm
that
like,
sounds like?
what people don't talk about.
You know what
That
that
is
sounds like though?
exactly what it is.
What does that sound like though? You remember when I said that there was a bank account just in the wings, like full of trillions upon trillions, quadrillions of dollars? You remember when I said that?
That the government just holds.
Not the
You're talking
government,
about?
but an entity holds. Yes,
Okay,
it's in a trust. You remember me talking about a trust?
kind of, but like,
So it sounds so. What Trump just instated sounds a lot like the Saint Germain Fund Trust, which
okay.
is supposed to have all of the wealth of all of the American people in it. Theory, okay? This is all
Mm.
allegedly. I told T Rex that I'm going to end all of my conversations with allegedly now,
Oh, you're
because
gonna be like fucking OJ out in there. I mean,
well,
allegedly. I don't know. I saw it on X.
listen, like the one congressman said in that one hearing, we're like 37-0 for conspiracy theories. So
We're up.
come
We
up,
have
come
been
up
up.
with something else that's supposed to insult us because that doesn't insult me at all. And I
No.
found another fucking hat that we need to get, and a T-shirt that says "Tinfoil
Oh,
Gang."
okay. I'm down.
Tinfoil
I'm
Gang,
always down to get some new merch, man.
right?
I'm a big new merch guy, especially if we get it to something that we just risen up, or whatever the fuck. I don't know how to use that word. I've tried it a couple of times. It's just not really working. I'm gonna move on to new words. Uh, So okay, so the trust fund. Let's get back into that real quick.
The snuffleupagus, you know?
The big trust fund that you said's been floating out near Antarctica, probably near that fucking magnetic storm or whatever the hell's
Yeah, right
happening
near
out
the
there.
wall, you know, the big Great Wall,
Bing. Um,
allegedly.
allegedly. So that's dope. Like, I mean, imagine money then being taken. You know what's gonna happen next. Here's me calling this now. Social Security and Medicaid's going in that fund, whether we like it or not.
For sure.
It's going in,
For sure.
and it'll be ride or die on that whatever fund.
All right, so now that we're getting into it, you wanna know my actual prediction for the next 4 years?
Well, that 4 years is a long time. What about the next like 4 fucking weeks?
There's okay, but within my prediction of 4 years, you'll understand why a lot's gonna happen those 4 years. So, let's break it down. Hang on a second, I need a drink.
You're gonna go 4 years in the future now.
Stay
Say
hydrated,
another.
my friends. Um,
Yes. The bets throwback tea.
Non-sponsored. Let's get sponsored. So the next 4 years, I think a lot is going to happen fairly quickly because 4 years is a long time, as you said, but it is also a very short time for a
Is it
presidency.
really that long? Because it was about 2021 ago from the last 4 years.
Yep, and it's crazy how much shit has happened since then, isn't it?
I mean, it seems crazier then than it does now.
So,
A little
but
loopier then.
we're going light years ahead in technology, though. So my prediction is
That's
that
true.
a lot of Americans will find themselves without a proper job.
Yes, they'll be
Because
replaced by bots.
bots and AI
Bots and AI.
with next 4
Bots
years.
and AI are going to take over. I said to my engineer today, I said, pretty soon I'm just going to be a face in front of a machine. That's all I am.
Yep,
The notes, the emails, everything. Everything that we send out, all the information I look up, everything can be found with AI.
yep,
What
immediately.
what do they really need? They just need us to regurgitate it in human form,
Yep.
and that's it. That's what
And
we
with
have to
these
look forward
language
to.
models, they're getting better and better at
Oh,
completing
they'll
the
just be us. They'll just
yeah.
be a salesperson. Yeah, they'll just be anything.
So
They'll be everyone's job.
I think that so Trump has said that he wants to reinstitute the World Fair. I think the first I think the
That
first
would be a nightmare to have to provide security detail to.
I think the first World Fair is going to be in 2020 March of 2026. At that
I think
World Fair,
28 for some reason. I see the return of the World Fair in 28. Maybe it's 26 to start, but I see the
okay.
28 World Fair being a major event in life.
Well,
If
the first
if that comes
was
true,
good.
that's going to be the first one will be a hit. The second one will be marred with riots. I'm
Okay.
I'm I'm feeding into your reality. Come on, I'm telling your
Okay.
story for you. Go ahead, keep
M-
going.
March of 2026 World Fair happens.
Okay.
Technology that has been hidden from all of the people, from
Ooh.
military age technology from back whenever, all of it is going to be
Oh boy,
flooded at that World Fair. So it's going to be a pretty fucking
I see it.
it's going to be a pretty low key World Fair for the first one, but it's going to have a lot of fucking technology. Okay.
Yeah.
That will render all of our workers pretty much useless. All of the laborers will be useless at that point. So, what this wealth fund will do will provide these people with enough money to survive and become what you and
Just
I have already become.
universal basic
Creators.
income. Everyone's just podcasters and creators.
You'll have enough to survive. That's where it comes into. You'll have enough to survive. You want anything else, you got to have something that is viable within this society, which is create something. Whether it's painting, whether you go and build a chicken coop for your chickens, whether you go and build
You
a
know what you should build? You know what you should just build is a successful community.
yes. If you
People
can
are,
build
this
a
is the
successful
thing.
community, there you go.
People will like jobs and enjoy doing things more, like in a work setting. Like, I mean, here's the deal. Like, I don't think people will ever want to totally give up work entirely. But if your job right now is going to be taken over by AI or a fucking machine, and you have to either become part of an AI, a machine, or just make your own community. So like you can take the income, sure, because you're already getting it anyway, right? You're not going to
Yeah.
say no to free money,
Yeah.
and then just make your own fucking town.
Yep.
You have a post office. Who wouldn't care? You don't need money. So
You don't.
I'll go sort mail today. Everyone's just like, hey, what do you want to do tomorrow? I don't know. I'll be
Yeah.
the fucking fire chief. No, I'll be
That's
a fucking. I'll 10 bar. No, I got after it last night. I'm gonna take a night off and 10 bar. You guys enjoy. You guys fucking enjoy it. Hey, dartboards in the back. Of course it's free, dude. Everything's fucking free now. Get back there. You wouldn't need money
that's so I've been trying to toil. So how long has money existed? A
forever.
long, a long fucking not
Since they
forever.
started collecting shells about 1.7 million years ago.
Okay,
That currency is older than we give it credit for. That's a conspiracy that I have for you. It's as old as
but that's
fucking
not
intelligent
conspiracy. That's
life.
bartering. Currency and bartering are completely different.
Why
When
would they collect shells then? Shells are useless.
Are they useless? But they're beautiful. Some people find beauty in them.
Exactly. It's
But
the
paint,
same as
paint
diamonds. It's the same as diamonds or gold. Why are they valuable? Well, gold for maybe a different reason, but diamonds and diamond saws, yes, don't get me wrong, but they're sought after because they're perceived as valuable, right?
yes.
That could be made as currency. Money is perceived value. That's
Yes,
all it
but
is. It's a value of an asset that is backed by whatever, the fiat, the gold, whatever. This could have been backed by shells. I know there wasn't currency. You're right. But in the way that the Romans would trade coins, these fucking Cro-Magnons were sharing shells. They weren't even fucking human beings yet.
I think we just need to get away from a currency aspect civilization. I think we have gone too far with
Well, we're
greed.
done. We should stop with printing money for sure.
We should stop with all money. What does it
I mean,
matter? It's all going.
if that fund is correct, then you just get shit paid for and everything works well. But how do we know it's gonna, you know, end like that?
Why do we need millions of dollars to end homelessness? Why do we need all of this fucking shit? It doesn't matter whose pocket it's coming out of. It's coming out of someone's pocket.
Yeah,
If
correct.
you look at it from like a company's perspective, it doesn't matter if it comes out of manufacturing or shipping and receiving. It's all coming out of the fucking company. Let's
Hmm.
fucking fix this bullshit. Is it that fucking difficult? Let's cut all the funding to everything and then say, hey, fucking the dollar's useless. Everything's useless. If you want to survive, build a community.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're gonna have to do. No, I mean serious. Like for better or for worse, it may come down if the dollar collapses and this fund or whatever crypto, the fucking petrodollar becomes currency, the ruble. It will the change itself from one currency to another is going to cause so much ripple effects.
Oh, it's going to be catastrophic.
You are going to have to fucking be a community.
Yeah.
There's no option. At least for a little while. Yeah, that's a bold one. Now, Don, to step back into current times,
Yeah.
what do you think about that thing that hit Philadelphia?
Oh, so everybody's saying it's a fucking plane. There ain't no way that's a fucking plane. That was a missile shot out of something. Because the videos that I'm seeing is a bright light, like if something just got fired, and then it goes pink right to the fucking ground. Like that's a missile. That is a missile.
There was a big
Then you look at the impact site,
yeah,
and
the
then you look at the
explosion.
impact site of fucking missiles. It's the exact fucking same. Like, come on, come on.
So who would have shot a missile at us? Or how would a missile have hit there? There's my
Well,
real question of why I actually believe it was a plane. Like it would
well,
have been a bigger deal by now.
well. See, you also have to be under. So, in my allegedly, in my theory, you have to be under the understanding that the government will kill its own citizens. Okay.
Mm,
So, with that understanding, where was the plane in DC coming from?
I actually don't know.
Kansas City. Where did
Mm,
the plane go down?
in the middle of the river?
Plane. No. Where did the other plane?
Oh, Philadelphia?
Philadelphia. Who's in
The
the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. No
Are they?
fucking way.
And I heard something else that this will be the first Super Bowl that a president will attend.
This
So,
is oof.
have we ever heard of Some of All Fears? The movie Some of All Fears. I'm pretty sure there's an explosion at a football game. Have we ever heard
It's
of The Dark
there's
Knight?
the
Pretty sure
Dark
there's an
Knight.
explosion at the fucking football
Yeah.
game. I don't
Hanksville.
know, but predictive programming. I don't know.
You know,
Allegedly,
that's a
allegedly,
really it's do you know what else is
and
a
and
great fucking movie is Sudden Death. You ever seen Sudden Death at the
I have
hockey
not
game?
seen Sudden Death. Oh,
Great
hockey.
movie. I think it's Claude Van Damme.
Oh boy, that's probably why.
I'll take a shot for that if it's not. Look it up when you have time.
But what the fuck was I just gonna say? God damn it!
You're talking about the Super Bowl.
Oh, and fucking Trump just came out and said, if I get assassinated,
Oh,
Iran
I
will
have a
pick up
plan for
that.
Iran.
Like
Oh
what?
my god.
Like what? Why was that said? What are we planning for that? Was that predictive programming? Are you going to get shot? Are you going to rise again? Are you Jesus Christ? Or
Are
are you
you the
Arvin?
Antichrist?
I don't know.
We
Don
have no
Marco's
idea
back
where it's
on X
going from
trying to
here.
spread his shit, but I think he got fucking denounced for something. I don't know. It's fucking
Yeah.
insane out there, man. All this bullshit that's coming to light and everybody's pissed off about it. And then I got fucking family members going on Facebook saying, for all you Trump supporters from now until the end of 4 years, this is on you. I don't want to hear no bitching.
No bitching. It's
Fucking
the best
ecstatic,
thing ever.
bro.
Yeah.
Ecstatic. This is great. This is great.
The funniest thing you see on X right now is they're like, or everywhere at all these rallies, they go, oh, we didn't vote for Elon. No one voted for Elon. They voted for Trump. This is ridiculous. I'm like, does anyone really detach the two at this point? He was there the whole fucking campaign. I'm
That's
pretty
not
sure we all knew that's who we were actually voting for, and
He
not
wasn't
just
for the
him,
whole
but
campaign.
everybody else. RFK,
RFK wasn't
Patel,
there the whole time.
Tulsi.
Tulsi
I
was
didn't.
pretty much there the whole time.
I didn't know Pam Bondi, but when I found out about her, I was like, "Yep, that's another great fucking pick. She's gonna go to work at the fucking AG."
That's a great fucking segue, buddy. Because you know
Oh, you
what?
like?
That's the Pam Bondi. So she
Mhm.
was the attorney general for Florida.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Do you know what she did today? It directly affects us if you don't know.
What is it?
She stopped all the federal funding for sanctuary cities, one of which
Mm,
is ours.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be.
I think it's like 200 million that we ain't getting no more.
Mhm.
So
Well, it's
heads
it's
are
it.
gonna start rolling, bro.
Dude, there's gonna be a swift response, I do believe.
Oh yeah, there's
Um,
gonna be something fierce. I think.
it's like you said, it's never too bad to go buy more seeds. The the uh the next probably 4 months, in my opinion, 4 weeks. They can break it down into 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. You got the 4 year plan. The next 4 weeks, I think, are going to be rowdy
Oh yeah.
and tumultuous. And
Oh yeah.
then by the end of February, early March, I think something will be big enough to then either make it like a before and after moment, like when Trump almost got killed at a fucking rally. It was a
Okay.
distinct before and after effect. So I think by the time summer comes around, people are going to be protesting. They're going to be pissed about whatever the fuck's happening. But most people are going to forget about it and go about their daily lives. They're not going to care. It won't be big enough to really care if their lives aren't affected. If it's big enough to be affected, community up.
Well, I mean, I also think that all those fucking politicians that were out on the street saying that we need to bring violence to shit, they should all be prosecuted because, I mean, did you see what happened in Georgia?
Dude, these people though, these politicians, they have fucking security detail. And
Yeah.
they tell other people to go out and fucking try to beat people up.
Yeah. Get in their
And you
face.
try to take everyone's fucking guns. They
Yeah.
don't want anyone to protect themselves. If someone defends themselves for Christ's sake, or anybody else, maybe on a fucking subway when someone's going crazy, they'll crucify you. They'll want to fucking lock you up, throw away the key. That's that is that type of people. They're criminals. They support criminals and they want to hurt victims.
Well, and then so
It's
you get to
simple as that.
the Pam Bondi suspending the federal funding.
Yeah.
So now you got all of our local cohorts going around saying, "Well, I just don't want families to get separated from." I was like, I responded to one of them, and I was like, "Listen, what you guys don't understand is that it doesn't matter how long you've been here. It doesn't matter if you came here 10 years
Yeah.
ago. It doesn't matter if you've been a participating citizen for fucking 20 years. Are you here legally? Can you show me the facts that you've been here legally? If
I've
you're
gone
not,
through this though with you. I
sorry,
feel like
bye
I
bye.
feel like there's a way around that last part. Like if you've gotten here recently, you're not obviously a part of, maybe you do. So here's the thing. It should come down to the business. And it won't happen because Trump's too fucking pro business. But what the easiest way to solve this problem and to keep working people here, just explain this one thing to me. Let me ask you a question. How is it that these people were allowed to stay here and work here for 10 to 20 years undocumented. Why would they not just make them citizens instead?
Because they didn't come here legally and they found a way to through the system, through the
Okay,
sanctuary,
sure.
through all that.
Yes, through a loophole for sure. For sure. I mean, eventually, yes. And then at that point, though, they do not pay taxes. So, like, the business themselves doesn't pay taxes on these people. They don't pay liability. They don't pay
Yeah.
insurance.
Yep.
It's all fraud. So, if you want to correct the system, you go to those companies. Trump sits down with all those companies and said, "Here's the deal. I'll either cost you, way more millions in fines. We'll find the living piss out of you. You'll have to sell. You'll go belly up, or you document all these people. You go through background checks. You perform all the shit that we would have to do to make them a citizen, and then we'll review it at the end of it, and then we'll say yes or no, and they will then either become a citizen and an employee of that company, and the company pays for all of it."
The problem with that, how are you gonna jump the people that are already in line?
What people in line?
The people that are trying to do it legally, that are in line
Well, they
because
need to
it's so
do it
fucking
too.
long.
I mean, they also. I mean,
I
this is the
understand,
thing.
but
It
you're
would take
jumping all
longer to
but
do this.
you're jumping the criminals ahead of the people that have been waiting.
The
Because
people
if
who have been
you
waiting should have already been approved. It should be a much faster system.
I un
This is something where AI is probably should come into
I
effect.
completely agree that it should be a much quicker system, but
Yeah.
everybody that comes here illegally is a criminal in this country. That's what everybody doesn't understand.
No, that
They're
is the law. Yes, you're right. That is the
as
law.
soon as they cross that border illegally, they're a criminal, and we are letting these criminals around in our fucking. And as soon as you're labeled a criminal, you start thinking like a criminal. That's
Yeah.
just how it fucking happens. And if you immediately cross that border knowing that you're a criminal, you're going to do criminal things. Get them the fuck out of our country.
So the criminal aspect of it, and crazy enough, if you think about like high pockets of where they are, it's not the ones that have come recently. I mean, look at any chart of like what's happened over the last 4 years. Um, with the charts of how many undocumented. Like I've seen the ones where it shows like each president since probably Bush, and like there's some peaks here and there, but for the most part, all the presidents, Bush, Obama, Trump, they held it down. They had, certain years where there's a little bit higher. Some of them were like almost all legal, like visas, whatever. They
Yeah.
actually like held the border. And then it was the last 4 years, and it was just this fucking hockey stick of illegal immigrants.
Yeah, like
So they're gonna
fucking
have their
more than
hands
3,000,000.
full
Are you
for a
fucking
while.
kidding me? Oh yeah. Our
It's gonna
our
take some time.
our border patrol alone has caught 8 illegals this week.
Yeah, it's there's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of different
There's
things,
it's
especially
gonna be a
since the
record.
Bondi move. To get back onto your Bondi move, Bondi the Blondie, and she means
So
business. She came straight for it.
yeah, so all of these local cohorts are going about it because they are missing their funding, and it just screams all of corruption and fraud that all of these cohorts are saying the same exact things that
Well,
they're all saying the same shit. Like they're fucking parrots just speaking back at each other. And when you call them out on their bullshit, they mute you or they
yeah.
block you. And then you fucking reach out to them and say, "Hey, you're a politician. You can't fucking block me, bitch. I'm your constituent, you fuck." And then you stay blocked for 5 days and then you become unblocked somehow. It's funny how that works. I don't know.
Is it you talking from a personal experience here, BTF?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, fucking I wanna say her name, but I won't. Fucking bitch. She's a redheaded bitch,
Uh,
I'll tell you that.
well, you can spew your shit online. It's funny when you get to the point of they don't usually ever respond. They will block you for sure. But I didn't notice that one. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. I got I got a lot of hate for that woman, which is weird because her fucking shit keeps popping up on my fucking feed,
I
and
will.
I
Let me tell you this though.
guilty.
So those organizations that do support, I've seen many of them. I'm everywhere. I know most of the industry of business in America. I'll be your business insider.
Okay.
That shit was still going on during the last Trump administration, 2020.
What
It
was?
was the election year. Funding in New York for illegal immigrants. Like that's the whole guise. They say it's for immigration.
Yeah.
but really it's for that. Um, and those organizations will definitely go down. And the people that are running those organizations, well, they might have already known that, and they're the ones standing outside of USAID.
Yeah. Screaming their heads off.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, then you got our fucking governor. Where do you think the actual $13 million to stop kids from using their phones in the classroom? Where do you think that's actually going? Because it's not going to stop kids from using their cell phones in the classroom because you could just be like, hey, put your fucking phone away, dumbass. What the fuck are you doing? That's all you got to do. They're fucking kids. Tell them what to do. Like,
no,
what
they
are we
can't do that
doing
anymore.
with?
They've tarnished the system so badly with just ideologies
I
that you
heard that
can't
the
even you can't even respect any like rule change. These kids have never had rule changes. These are also the same kids who went through COVID and had to learn fucking virtually and got dumber year over year.
yeah,
Their math and reading scores are the worst on record in America.
they can't even
Worst
talk to people.
math and reading scores on record.
Yeah.
That is a failure. And everyone's like, well, they're shutting down the Department of Education. Well,
Did you find that? That's what I was going to ask.
do you even know when it started? Did you ask anybody? When did that start? Did we had that for a while? I can't, oh, 1980. Gotcha. What's education been like since then? Oh, it's been absolute
Terrible.
shit. Okay, it's gone worse every single year. Okay, and we're giving more and more money to it. Okay.
We
So
also
the
added
ROI,
the
the
water.
ROI on anything, this is what you should look at. The ROI, return on investment of fucking everything that we pay, our tax dollars pay. Where is it going? Education has failed. Let's figure out a better way of organizing education. Maybe let the states decide what to do. Well, I mean, this state would fuck it up, obviously, with what they decided to do with the money. But I think the department itself has failed, and you have got to be looking at the fucking matrices of what makes a empire fall.
Yeah. Well,
Education is way up there.
I think there was a guy on X that posted the perfect meme. It was like, I think this is the nail in the coffin for the U.S. Department of Education, and it was that one lady that was at the, I think it was a Kamala Harris rally, and she's
Mm.
like, "We need to win all the things. We need to win all the things." Like what?
I don't remember that.
Oh, you gotta look that shit. Let me look that
I,
because
yeah, I
that
have to
shit
look
is
it up.
fucking hilarious. We
Wait, I'm
gotta
gonna pour.
win
Actually,
all
let me
the
grab myself
things.
another drink. I'm
We
still here.
gotta
Um,
win all the. It's funny that it's not coming up on Google
why are you googling it? That's your
because
first mistake.
it's the easiest thing. Hang on a second. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go
Got to
here.
get that. Got to get that duck duck go.
All
They should really come out with a commercial for that.
right.
I'm gonna fucking email me just humming that later.
Oh, fuck you.
Gotta get that.
I don't
Gotta
know
get that.
if I went too far given the occasion, but there's big Dwight Schrute vibes.
Okay, this is way too long. Hang on.
Dwight Schrute. Do you remember when he posted that fucking song?
National
To
Education
respond to
Annual Conference held at the
Hang on a
weekend,
second.
and they talked about important things, with due seriousness, such as social justice, the need for an education
Is
system
this it?
built on
Yeah,
equity.
so,
Have a listen to the association's
there you go.
national president, Becky Pringle, talking exactly as you'd expect the president of the Education Association to speak.
NEA delegates, we can do this work. We must do this work. We get to do this work. We will do this work because our students are depending on us to win all the things. NEA, we have to win all the things. All the things. All the
Oh
things.
my
Our
goodness.
colleagues are
This is in
depending
this,
on us to win all the things.
this is in the United States,
This, I've been to a Pentecostal church.
Philadelphia, man. That's the shit.
buddy. That just happened, or when was that?
That was
That had to have
during.
been a while ago.
Yeah, that was during the Kamala administration.
Yeah.
Or,
We
the
gotta
Biden
win
administration.
all the things.
It's just
Oh,
scary.
the things. We're like, yeah. People are like, yeah, man. Like, what are we talking about? What are all the things? I don't know, but we're gonna win them.
We're gonna win them, damn it.
We're gonna win
them all.
all of them. All the things.
Isn't that shit hilarious?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of love it. I mean, she didn't do it, but
She didn't
I
sugarcoat.
like that. I like that battle cry. We're hopping on a podcast tonight. What are we gonna talk about? Oh, the things. Oh, the things, baby. Cheers to all the things.
Holy shit.
Yummy.
Uh,
Okay.
so a little bit of crypto news. It's all down. Okay, on to the next.
Yeah, that's been painful. That has been painful.
Yeah, yeah.
I have you know what though? The one day I woke up and I was like, damn, I lost like a couple $100 worth of fucking crypto. Like, that sucks. Like, to be down that much.
Yeah.
You're like, it will probably get back up there,
Oh,
but it's gonna take way longer than one night. And that's the problem with it. It goes out too quick and it takes forever to get back. And then it just brute. You think it's gonna candlestick? Okay, here we go. You wanted to move right on past it. Come on, candlestick, man. Come on, Jack Flash.
there is a big push behind the scenes for Bitcoin to be on the XRP ledger. If it can
Mhm.
get on the XRP ledger, that's great for Bitcoin, but it boosts XRP exponentially. That's one scenario.
Okay, hold on. XRP real quick.
Yep.
I noticed that it kind of became a little untethered of Bitcoin there for a minute. Did you notice that?
It's completely untethered from Bitcoin.
So I know, but usually they're pretty closely
Oh,
related.
you're talking about the pricing, the graph.
Yes.
Okay.
So almost all fucking crypto follows Bitcoin by a fucking beat. And the one night I was looking at XRP and I go, it's going like this, while everything else in Bitcoin's going like this.
So you will see.
That's interesting.
You'll see a lot
I
more.
almost double dipped.
You will see a lot more You should have. You'll see a lot more anomalies like that. So the thing that everybody has to look at is the new regulations for IMF, the International Monetary Fund. So that's basically the governance of the world's currency.
I fucking hate those guys, man.
I understand, and it's okay.
I hate talking about them. I hate thinking about them. I hate what they do. Who are they?
That's why I said we need to get rid of currency and money in general.
Like,
but
I hate these.
Since we have it, here we go. IMF put into stipulation that your currency now has to be backed by something. So we have technically the petrodollar. Trump is going to reinstate the gold dollar, which is far better.
Is that why gold is going up like fucking crazy? Gold
like wildfire. Buy silver. Buy silver now. It's your best investment.
This is not financial advice.
This is not allegedly.
Allegedly buy precious metals.
So XRP is on a line that is supposedly, allegedly earmarked the same as gold. Okay. So follow me. So with the new regulation from IMF that is ISO 20022, that is ISO 20022.
Okay.
That is the regulation that you have to abide by. XRP already abides by that regulation. Bitcoin does not.
Will it ever?
Unless it gets on the XRP ledger, it will not. And they can't get on the XRP ledger unless it can truly audit itself and provide its actual assets to back its coin, which obviously it cannot because it is a CIA operative. Ding, allegedly. But so everybody knows that Bitcoin used to be black market dealings with we talked about it last time.
Yes, we talked about it last time. Silk Road. Yep.
So all of that shit has got a negative connotation to Bitcoin. So the government obviously has veered away from Bitcoin a little bit. Obviously, they show interest in Bitcoin to get people into the crypto market because Bitcoin is king, correct?
You know,
Now,
Rubio just went down to El Salvador to try to ship off our criminals. What else is El Salvador trying to build?
I don't know. What are they trying to build?
Bitcoin City.
Well, they're stupid because Bitcoin's. Maybe Rubio's going down there to be like, yo, transfer your funds right now before we fucking flip the switch.
I don't know. I mean,
If you're
either
gonna
way.
if you're gonna take all of our prisoners, I'm gonna help you out like this. Switch
Well, the
your
thing is, this has been going for a while
for sure.
because they've already switched. El Salvador has already recognized Bitcoin as legal tender,
Correct.
but their official currency is the U.S. dollar. I'm pretty sure they run off the U.S. dollar.
So either scenario, either Bitcoin gets on XRP Ledger, which XRP Ledger now goes up, just fucking skyrockets, or Bitcoin crumbles because it can't match the IMF standard, so it gets delisted from fucking everywhere, and somebody has to fill its spot, which is the one and only XRP.
Okay.
Because
I love it.
because I love it too. I buy XRP. I'm trying to buy more in
Not
the
financial advice.
Not financial advice. I wish I had more money to buy in the dip, but I gotta wait till Thursday so I can put $40 in and hope for the best.
I should have double dipped so bad that night. I thought I was gonna keep dipping the next day.
You should
And then
dip now.
overnight.
Still in a dip. You should fucking buy. It's under $3, I think. You should buy. It's fucking amazing.
Nah, we'll see how the rest of the week goes. I gotta check some candlesticks before that happens. But I agree with your idea that it has like now like almost like a legal backing with the
Correct.
ISO, whatever the fuck number that is.
20022. And
It's
it
great that you remember it by heart. You
and
can recite that in public.
I can. And
You walk around just every day. Have you heard of US 2
0 0
0 0
2 2.
2 2? That's it?
That's it.
That's too easy. Is that
That's
real?
it. Look it up. It's insane. It's a lot of word and it's a lot of words and it's a lot of banker talk. So good luck to you. But
Okay.
I looked through it and deciphered enough that I could tell you what I heard or
what you've gathered, from the data.
Correct.
Yes, you analyzed data basically.
Correct.
You were a data analyst for however long you read that.
They still don't want to give me that fucking title, and it's fucking bullshit trying to find a job in this market. Like, I don't know what the fuck jobs that they were reporting on, that there aren't no jobs out here. There ain't no jobs out here. And the ones that are out here that they say are out here on these fucking job apps are just fucking bullshit. And
Okay, so here's the thing.
Apply to a fucking place, they're like, oh, this job's closed. Go fuck yourself. Like, fuck you.
Okay.
I put the time through and fuck.
So here's a
You're
hold
used
on,
to tell humans. Let's go.
for a second, just for a second, meet the legal migrants with visas who keep America's farms running. I love having Anderson Cooper on when we do this. This is like way better than just watching fucking Hannity. It's I love watching the losing side for 4 years. I do. I think that's just part of me.
great.
It's an easier watch.
It's funnier to
mean,
watch them
It
try
is.
to.
It is try to spinning. Like the spin right now is fucking hysterical. But this guy, shout out to Roth Farms. This guy's just driving his truck through the farm, showing off. Like, yeah, I do it the legal way. They should get people to do it the legal way. These guys have visas.
Yeah,
It's what I mean. That's what it is.
that easy.
Like
And
keep the guys with visas here. That's the whole point.
how much longer does he have a show for? Because I'm pretty sure CNN is probably getting some money from the government that it will no longer get.
Bro,
Did you see Politico get shut down? Right in front of their face, bro. The fucking press secretary goes,
First time in company history they didn't make payroll. When the funds at USAID, dude, they probably walked in there. Those beautiful 20-year-old autists, those beautiful 20-year-old kids that are just savants. And they go, he picked the perfect enemy because they're emotionless and they just look for fraud. And they're little Elon Musks, and they're just like,
yeah,
they're just
Look at
Elon. And he goes, they walk in there, and the first kid goes, check this out. That's the payroll for Politico. Delete.
You know what's crazy is it's probably not even a person. It's probably one person going through all of these files because it's AI. just going, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Well, yes, it shows it to them, and then they
Yeah.
go by. So what they would do, I'm assuming what they did, because they've been ousted now by people that are probably going to be arrested, similar to J6 protesters were, for making threats against the Doge. It's coming. These people will be very, very sorry that happened. But the kids that did it, I bet you it was AI that would find it. Each of them were assigned a department, or they're like given a folder, like, okay, this is this department. Find the fraud. And then AI runs it, and then each of them go through and they look at them. They're like, okay, like, most of them they're gonna point out. They'll just like delete it, like small little cases, but then some of them will just be big, like they'll be the fucking Politico, like they'll be everything. Like the whole thing is to take out the fat. And I think what they could do is they would save the data of the people with specific names that are out there shouting, we need to end this, we need to get people in the streets, because they're going to be fucking implicated. They know it.
Oh
They're
yeah.
out there trying to get people not to freaking allow them to release that. They're saving those for the end. They're
Wait,
rolling these ones. They're trickling these out really fucking slow, because they want to collect all the data they have on that one particular person, and then once it's all fucking cleared, then the announcement fucking comes.
I am
And it's
waiting
gonna get crazy.
I'm waiting for the I'm honestly waiting for the internet people to figure out, with what we found out about USAID already, like what the bills were that corresponded with that money, and then a list of the fucking politicians that are still in
That
office
voted for it.
voted for it.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a lambasting, and it's going to fucking happen. These people are quick. The shit came out today. If not by tomorrow afternoon, if we have the votes and the fucking people right next to each other, it's going to be fucking insane. We live in a time of information, and your brother just fucking up and quit it.
Yo, that's so funny. He probably can't even watch this anymore because we're talking news, and he's not a news guy anymore.
That's fucking
Sad to
insane
see.
to me. Like
Sad to see.
this is the best time to be into this shit. If you
I mean, it's getting really good.
we're
Like,
in
and
a
bad
novel.
at the
We're in
same
a
time. Like
novel.
it is so like good, bad. We all just do the same thing. That
We're all
it's
just
the best time
fucking
of ever. Like good, bad, all the same thing. But at least it's
Nobody's
like
watching the Super Bowl.
inspirational. Yeah, fuck the Super Bowl. God, pray for Trump after that freaking conspiracy you just threw at me earlier. Jesus Christ, ring about 7 bells. Where's the bell been? I think you owe at least give me 3 bells.
Ding 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 ding. There.
You have
Yeah.
no bell. It died. The bell died.
Yeah, it's done, man. I
You've
gotta get
changed since you stopped drinking alcohol.
I haven't stopped drinking alcohol. I just have a fucking another day and a half of this shit.
You know what? Next time I see you, bring the bell. The bell's coming here, and I'll remember to bring the bell with me.
The
when I
bell's
come over.
broken. It's not that it's not here.
Well, the bell is truly broken. Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were fucking with me. Oh,
No, it's
okay.
broken.
All right, I'll get a new bell.
All right. Get a new
I'll
bell.
buy a new bell. I'll buy a new bell. I'll buy a great bell. God
I
damn it!
can't wait.
It's gonna be. You know what it's gonna
You
be? It's
do
gonna
have
be a
a bell.
fucking. It's gonna be a fucking ring bell.
You do have a bell.
I know I have a bell. I have plenty of bells. I got a few bells. I want a crazy bell. I want a fake, like, little rickety ring bell.
Get a fucking triangle, bro.
I actually majored in electric triangle.
Electric triangle, bro.
That shit was
awesome.
zippy.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Could barely hold my cell phone after, but it's fucking incredible.
The high you get is just insane.
Baby, talking about an electric fucking jolt of the fucking evening. Give me that
feels
thing.
like I'm using both sides of my brain, you know?
Gotta love being goofy.
What the fuck, man? But yeah, you should totally get a triangle.
Okay, I'm gonna get a bell. I'm gonna get a triangle and a bell. And I already have a bell, so in the meantime, next time, I'll just try to find that bell. I believe I know where it is. Might be
Do you
tucked
know what
away
bell
behind
I'm
a couple
talking
heads.
about?
Is it the drink bell?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Get me a drink.
Yeah.
They get me a drink bell. I
The
actually
one
think
that
I know
will
where it is. It might be
definitely
up in the off. It's either in the office or above where I keep all the hats.
it'll
That's
definitely wake up your kid. Definitely wake up your kid.
yeah. That's why the or a gong. Like I was thinking like some kind of a fucking gong that I can get out here.
Yes, do that.
Oh, you get an electric triangle, a gong, and a ring bell that I want to put in the King Arthur's court. And we're down there in the fucking court. All
Love
right, here we are. We're back another episode, new episode here. It's a new era of political episodes. It's Beach FF Debates a Liberal Part 2. Round 1, abortion. Let's get right into the fucking heavyweight fight. I think there's
That's
yeah,
honestly
I'll look up at a couple of different fucking bells.
I think we should fucking schedule that episode.
Yeah, that'll be that should be a fun one. We got to schedule Cure Conspiracy. I
Mhm.
want to start trying to run through some more Mortal Sportsmen. For some reason, Mortal Sportsman's the one that people love us the most on. So we got to get back into that. We'd really just got to dive deeper into sports conspiracies, I think, to make that a thing.
I'm down.
You know,
I'll get into
I mean,
it.
there's plenty of them out there now.
Oh
It's
yeah.
getting so goddamn blatant.
Well, okay,
Like
so
it's just getting so fucking easy to make the argument because even the normies are making the argument. Like
our
when the
mother
normies are onto it, our mother-in-law is sharing fucking conspiracies about the NFL. Like,
what is
did this happen?
these fucking refs always going for the goddamn change? What?
We are the media now. We are the media now. I said that to you last time we saw her. I was like, isn't that crazy? I was like, I feel like we're rubbing off a little on her.
Good. I'm
She
glad.
kept sharing it too, and I was just like, and Bear asked me, and she's like, "Is this real?" I'm like, "No, like that's totally made up. There's no refs that are being investigated. There's no arrests being made. Like that's a totally made up, awful QAnon conspiracy to get engagement
Hey,
that
hey.
your mom fell for."
I mean, of course. If there was anybody to fall for, it'd be her.
On Facebook.
Oh,
It's the funniest thing. And I was like, did she get hacked? At first I looked at it, I was like, did she get hacked? And then she's like, and then she started talking about it. I was like, wow, she really believed that really happened. And I was like, nah, I don't even know what we call her. Does she even have a name on here?
I don't think so.
I'd say the queen.
All right. That worked.
The queen.
The king might have a problem with that, but
No,
whatever.
the king. Well, hey, it never said the kingdom ended on the same side.
Oh shit. But let's go into sports for a second, because if there's nothing that I like more,
Sure.
fucking breaking down LeBron James. Fuck that guy. What do you think about?
Why are we doing it?
What do you think about Luka?
Okay, so crazy trade, but that is what the NBA is. And if we're gonna fucking get into it, if we're gonna make Mortal Sportsmen the best goddamn sports conspiracy podcast on the fucking Rumble sphere, then we have to start talking about them now. Here's your conspiracy.
Let's go.
This whole thing was commandeered, in my opinion, by Adam Silver, who is the commissioner of the NBA, in conjunction with the LA Lakers, LeBron James, and maybe even Colin Cowherd.
Oh, okay.
Hear me
Explain.
out. Long story. I'm going to go off on it for a second. Okay.
That's good. Let's go.
About a month or so ago, maybe a month and a half ago, right around towards the end of the NFL season, into like the playoffs where the games don't really matter as much, and NBA has been going on for a little while. Adam Silver went on to Colin Cowherd's podcast, and that was like, or a podcast, sorry, his show, his actual show during the day. And that was like an interview where it lasted for a while, and Colin really did press him on the fact that the NBA is becoming unwatchable in the regular season. There's no reason to watch the games. The players don't play. It's not like, I know in your opinion, it'll just be like it's fucking rigged, because all sports are basically rigged in some way or fashion. But this was more like it's unwatchable because everyone shoots a 3-ball. Like no one dunks anymore. Like it's not the NBA that people grew up loving to watch. Big guys, getting low, post up,
Yeah.
hitting a 3 every now and then. Now it's just 63 is a fucking game. They talk about a lot, like what can be changed, what could make people want to fucking watch again. Now Colin Cowherd is located in LA. Big Lakers guy, big West Coast sports guy. Loves when they're relevant because it makes him look good for living in LA. He's an East Coast or West Coast elite. I still love watching at time to time. But that was the trade. That was the fucking idea, was like they need to spice something up. The NBA is like, what can make people like start talking about us again? Because the NFL is looking bad. Like we have a chance to pounce because the NFL is running back Chiefs Eagles again. And it's like everyone's on their ass for being fucking rigged. What do we need to do?
Rig it.
Let's trade Luka to the fucking Lakers. He goes, are we gonna let anyone else like make offers? No, we'll probably just decline them. Make Luka go to the Lakers. Luka to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Do it. They did it. And then everyone's like, what? Wow, like what happened? It's like the NBA, bro. They needed someone relevant. AD wasn't gonna work. They weren't good. Luka's a fucking chubby Serbian, Slovenian, whatever the fuck he is. He's fucking nasty. He's one of the best players I've ever watched. I love watching him play. It's gonna kill me to have to root for him on LeBron's team. It actually hurts me to the fucking core that he got traded to LeBron's team. But that's what the NBA wanted. And Colin Cowherd fainted from guilt talking about it on his show. He literally he goes, you could see him losing the ability to talk about the topic. And then he goes, I'm sorry, folks. I'm getting sicker by the moment here, and I'm going to have to take a break, and didn't come back.
What the
How
fuck?
about that for a conspiracy?
What the fuck is
He
that?
felt the guilt of knowing that he fucking created something on his ideals of behind it. Like, could that actually work? The whole thing about it, to me, Colin Cowherd's probably not relevant to it whatsoever, because that's the deep theory is like, what's going on? Why is he's like wheezing about talking about this and just fucking fainted or whatever, like got off the camera and didn't come back on talking about Luka. So this was rigged. He knew about it. He didn't know how to talk about it the next day because he was probably part of it and was like, holy shit, they actually did it. I was probably just talking shit about it to someone else that could make it happen. I was like, whoa. These people that are in charge of media and they're at the very upper echelons of these companies really do have a lot to say of how the narrative is twisted and turned and all the way up to the office of a Goodell, of a fucking Adam Silver, a fucking desperate commissioner who went on his show for a 30-minute interview and was saying, like, what do you guys need to do to make people want to fucking watch you again? And then they did it.
So that was my theory all along. The LeBron in on it, I'm not so sure of. I think LeBron won't be on the Lakers for much longer. I think he's going to go to the Warriors.
Maybe. That's actually not a bad theory right there. I just don't think they make a move to move AD unless LeBron's like, yeah, whatever, get him out of here.
And remember, I don't know ball, so
you don't really know round ball. Yeah, you don't know much round ball.
I don't know shit. But these are the things that I'm hearing, and these are the consensus that everybody is drawing, is that LeBron will go to the Warriors because he is no longer needed with Luka there. And I guess somebody on the Lakers actually said that. I'm not sure the name of who said that, but
are they going to trade Bronny to go with him? He's not going to want to leave him behind.
I think so.
That'd be a crazy fucking trade. What do the Warriors even have though to get LeBron? That's my question.
Steph?
No, he'd want to go to play with Steph. They'd want to run it back together. They would trade everything they had on that starting roster and picks to get LeBron James. So it could be LeBron and Steph. It's just going to be LeBron and his son versus the whole boat of Golden State, who I don't even fucking know is on that team. Wiggins is still there. I don't even know. They're not good. So Draymond's going to go play for the Lakers. I can't see that happening. But Draymond and Luka would be fucking interesting to watch play. This is not a bad idea, actually. Now that I'm running it through my head, I mean, it would, again, shake things fucking up.
And then what about this?
It's like a kid. You know what it is, though? What it looks like to me? It looks like a kid playing a video game.
Yeah.
Like I
Picking
saw that comparison about that trade, about the Luka trade, and it said this wouldn't even be accepted by a AI bot in a video game. Like unfair trade. Like no, that can't happen like that. And to me, it's just a kid playing a fucking video game. It's Adam Silver being like, do this. We're an entertainment company. Give me a break. You guys are all multi fucking millionaires. Per athlete average, you guys make more money than any fucking athlete in American sports.
which is
So
insane
just
because
shut up. It's fucking, they're entertainers.
It's
I mean,
insane.
the big money players, it doesn't matter because even the small players, the fucking backups make fucking 3 or 4 mil. Like, I mean,
Well, that's because
it's obscene.
you know why it is? Because they have games every fucking night. So they bring in money to the fucking Vegas every fucking night for
Well,
not
the money to Vegas is what keeps it pumping. Yes,
Yeah, exactly. That's
that's
why
what keeps advertisers on. That's why people watch. It's why that
everybody
game
would
is
stop
still even
betting on.
relevant.
I'm guilty as charged. If everybody would stop fucking betting on goddamn basketball, a lot of shit
Okay,
would
but what's coming up next month?
March.
I can't wait for the money lines, dude. On the 15 seaters, the fucking 14 seaters. Oh. You gotta check like the alt line and be like, they'll win by 4. It'll be like plus 2,000. They're gonna fucking smoke Kansas. And then they get dog walked for 35. But you never know when the upset's coming. So it's like you really gotta research before be like, okay, this is where the upset's coming. I love March Madness. It's the greatest time of year for fucking sports gambling. I will go down. The second best time is the first weekend in August, or the last weekend in August when college football starts. But other than that, March Madness, that whole 2-week period is just fucking
Always bet
magical.
on children.
That first week is magical.
What is
You know,
March
that's why.
Madness?
What's March Madness to me?
No, what is March Madness? Is it collegiate basketball?
Yeah, of
So you're
course.
betting on children again. So you're always betting on fucking children.
What does that make me a bad person?
No,
They're
I'm just saying.
legal. They're legal voting age. I call them kids because to me they are kids. You know, I'm
Just
not
saying.
going down to your local Y and betting on fucking kids doing laps in the
Come on,
swimming pool.
Jeremy, you gotta get
Like,
back.
I got fucking 10 on you, kid. Get fucking down the end of the pool. Go
Bottle
on.
of scotch.
Fucking making money over here on you. Fucking kick it in the ass. No, I bet on legal collegiate basketball and football. Football is great. I love it. Love betting on kids on a good Saturday. You wake up Saturday morning, you're like, maybe you went off Friday or you got something to do that day, and you're like, what can I do? Oh, I can bet on kids. There's like fucking 40 games on today. All right, let's find my favorite 5.
Oh,
I mean, you could bet on a million fucking. That's the best part about it. I mean, you could bet D1, D2. College football is incredible. College basketball, if you follow it truthfully, if anyone does, I don't. During the season, I saw Duke smoke fucking Cuse earlier, so that sucks for the boys. But if you follow college basketball down to like the MAC and like D1, D2, these crazy conferences that only come up with basketball, because you got to remember there's way more basketball schools than football schools.
Yeah.
There's way more basketball schools. So all these different conferences, you can find books to bet on them. And if you can find with all of these fucking lines happening on any given night, you'll find a good bet that hits every time. Not to plug that show again, but Colin Coward, his co-host J-Mac, he always rips on him because he's like, "Yeah, I made another, couple hundred last night on college basketball. Who'd you bet?" He goes, "Fuck," did he say? It was like this ridiculous ass fucking school, Kennesaw State, or I don't know. It was like all these random ass fucking schools that he was betting on. He's like, "I never miss." Like, there's just so many games. You'll find one of them that makes sense. They'll fuck up the line, or I didn't say it like that, but it's true. That's what you should be following is college basketball during the year.
Yeah.
And then March Madness, you'll know who's covering bets. Like, oh, these guys are like, 80% against the spread this year. I like them. They made the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good bet to me. Whether they win or lose, the underdog top, they seem to cover the spread a lot. You know, there's a method behind it, a methodology, a bracketology. I always suck at making brackets, but I find a good time to make income is betting on single games during the tournament.
Yeah.
Just gotta pay attention before. Right around now is probably when I should start watching some fucking college basketball. There's a lot on tonight, so I'm gonna switch it up. I don't know who the fuck Caitlin Collins is, but Arkansas, Texas is on right now. Why not?
Who's winning?
Just tipped. Last 2 minutes, Arkansas went up 9-6 from the free throw line.
All right.
In Texas tonight. In
Wow.
Austin. So what else we got here? We could probably chum it up for at least another 20, 30 minutes.
I don't know. What else you got? You got anything?
Let's see. We covered the major stuff. No, people are gonna start fucking popping off. Okay. We haven't really gotten back to the main point of the fact that we are potentially going to try to occupy Gaza.
Oh.
So this seems to me, and me personally as well, a pretty bad idea. One that doesn't really have a lot to gain other than your really superficial moralistic side of them saying, no, we should just put fucking like prime real estate resorts and hotels on it. You know who really can't afford to do that? Most of America.
Yeah.
That's what they want to occupy Gaza for. Not to free their citizens or allow them to stay there, but so they leave and then they create hotels. I believe most civil siding leaning libertarians like myself who think it's just, why are we at any war? Fucking cut all aid to war and let them fucking fend for themselves. But I guess we're going a different direction.
I don't think it's going to be a war. I think that he's going to build up Gaza to Palestine. And I mean,
You think he's going to give it to Palestine?
yeah. Because
so you think he actually spited Bibi at that meeting? Besides the point where he pushed him in his fucking chair.
Did you see his reaction?
Yeah.
When he announced it, Bibi was not happy about it at all because he was under the impression that Israel was going to occupy Gaza, and Israel was going to get the profits from all the oil and all the land resources and everything that was in Gaza. That was Bibi's fucking grand outlook. What Trump just did was said, go fuck yourself. And then what did Bibi do right after that? He withdrew.
Pushing his chair?
No, he fucking withdrew from the Humane Council or whatever that he's fucking has war crimes against.
Didn't we withdraw from that though too? I believe.
I don't think so.
The humane, what is it? What's the?
Well, we withdrew from WHO.
I know that it was I believe it was the human rights, anti-human rights,
something like that. But he's got
us. We withdrew from that.
But then the international courts is also looking into him for war crimes. So you withdrawing,
war criminal. I mean,
so when you withdraw from a sanction that's fucking already trying to hold you accountable for war crimes, that's even more suspect that you're committing war crimes. And now, since Trump said that, we can go in and investigate the actual war crimes and get actual proof of war crimes in Gaza and bring that to the courts and then bring Israel to be held accountable. That's what I think the whole gameplay is. And then Israel gets fucking ousted again because, in the existence, 109 countries, they got fucking ousted from every single fucking one of them. So they'll get ousted from one more, and then Palestine will grow up to a big fucking nation being rich of oil and everything. And then we'll actually have peace in the Middle East because everybody will prosper because all of those nations have fucking oil and everybody will be fucking, we're all money hungry and let's fucking make some money. And Trump's going to allow that.
Well, you laid it all out there. What else is there left to say?
That's the only way that we can do this from now on. Is honestly, we have to take China's method. Is go in with a diplomatic solution, not guns ablazing. Go in like, hey, you've got like $500 billion worth of oil over there. I'm going to build the infrastructure for you to get to that oil and get it out of the ground. You figure out who you're going to sell it to. You figure out whatever you're going to do. Just give me 3% of every purchase.
Okay, so his negotiating scheme has been working off pretty well. Let's just be. I mean,
We got to be honest.
Like Panama, like all these negotiations, El Salvador is willing to take criminals that are or are not even,
Yeah.
illegals.
And then you go to
American
fucking
citizens. Like,
and
what?
then everybody
That's crazy.
okay, and then our local representative, fucking Chuck Schumer, goes up there and holds up a Modelo beer and an avocado, right? And then the very next day, both those fucking countries cave and say, okay, we'll send troops to the fucking border. Okay, we'll help with the fentanyl fucking problem. Okay, we'll do everything that you fucking say. Okay, we'll suspend the tariffs then. Thank you. Like, it was
So
that fucking easy.
there is also though documentation that they were going to already do that, at least Canada. Like they already said that they were going to put it. They may not have been planning on actually doing it. I think the biggest thing that they were looking to do, and especially in Mexico's case, had nothing to do. Well, it did have a lot to do with the border because they weren't doing anything because they weren't going to do something. Canada apparently was, but they have a lot of different issues they need to settle with fucking Canada.
I mean, fucking,
Now,
there's a lot to do with Canada.
this Mexico, I don't know if you saw, but on one of the flight trackers of OSINT, they showed the U.S. like Air Force, like actual tactical fucking like jet flying in Mexican airspace for the first time.
That's a big deal.
That was not the same as probably previously agreed.
I don't know.
Okay. And whatever is to do with Canada, I think that comes later on. Now, I will once again say I defend the sovereignty, or whatever the hell you say it. I'll take a shot for it. I don't care.
Sovereignty.
Sovereignty. I can't speak. You know that about me. The people now know that about me. I defend theirs. I defend Gaza's. I defend Greenland. Unless they want to become a part of us, then yeah, fucking join us. If it by popular vote, they're like, yeah, we'll become your fucking 51st state.
Yeah.
Sure. It wouldn't be by popular vote because most Canadians are very loyally Canadian. They are not going to want to be a part of the United States.
Which is
even
crazy.
even the ones that are on our side politically. You need to understand this. Even the ones that are conservative Canadians, because there are some, believe me, I'm related to a lot of them, are not going to just be like, no. They're like, no, dude, fuck you. We're fucking Canada. They're not going to want to be a state.
Okay.
I mean, are you really going to send people into fucking Canada to try to conquer Canada? No, that'd be fucking insane. For what? It would be aggression. It would be bringing up exactly what these people that we don't like, that we voted against, are saying. That he's fucking Hitler. He's going to occupy by force or by fucking, by deal, by fucking, any type of trade deal he could come up with now. The whole thing about the cartel and drugs coming in, fentanyl, yes, that's a very important fucking issue to get down. That is the issue. The other issue though is that it's terrorism fucking coming in. It's people that literally want to do harm to the United States that have been allowed to come in. So getting that down, why Kash Patel is being pushed along so far is not because of any lies about what he said on a podcast or someone that he had in his phone. These are the lies. These are the horrible lies that the FBI director is accused of doing. He didn't know a podcaster. He didn't even remember his name. We gotta wait out. He was lying under oath. No, you're moving shit around is what you're doing. Because once he gets in there, he's going to find the incels and he's going to send the FBI, the new FBI, after them. That's pretty much it. So whoever else is left over talking or listening to this, who was, previously listening for the last 3 years, however long we've been doing it, came across a couple times and like, yeah, they're all right. They're fine. They're harmless.
They only got one listener.
They're harmless. Yeah, I mean the new guys will probably go after that. So that's why the border to me is a big issue. What it means to me though, when you're like, I mean, I think it's just bullying, most of it. The problem with Canadians is some of them, like a lot of them that live in the cities, obviously have been they're not the same as like the roughneck redneck Canadian.
Same goes
So
for the
like
United States.
exactly. So like in the United States, the further north you go, the more liberal, right? I mean, besides California, that's kind of like its own thing. But like most of the South,
Yeah.
and then the North,
It's
Canada's the
progressive.
opposite.
Yeah.
Canada's the fucking opposite. So it's like whoever's close to the border is more liberal. Whoever is the more north you go, the more conservative you fucking get. Those people are not going to give up their land. So it'll take a lot. And there's a lot of land that they could hide in.
I don't think it's about conquering land. I think it's about giving America what it's due.
To own that land.
Not own it. No, 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 no. I think that America has been funding this world for a long fucking time.
Of course
And
they have.
nobody
At least
wants
since the last World War.
So Trump is going after those funds that have been running the fucking world and saying, hey, my people have been starving and fucking eating scrap and fucking meat off the fucking street. Not anymore.
Or we've just been
Now
getting
you have
ripped
to
off.
pay. Now you have to pay retribution for the fucking years upon years that we've been funding all of these fucking things for the world police. Give us our money back. And by the way, figure it out your fucking selves now. We're going by
Yeah.
ourselves.
I would just say that to anybody that's like, why would you support that? I don't know. Have you seen the receipt that they're pulling right now? Do you see the receipt that
Yeah.
is being read out right now? Oh, you haven't? Okay, well, maybe they'll cover that when people start actually getting arrested for it. It's going to get ugly.
It's going to get very ugly, and it's going to get
It
very
already is.
ugly. I'm surprised that there aren't riots right now with Pam
It's
Bondi.
too cold.
That's true. And it's not the weekend. Wait till Friday. Just saying.
Wouldn't want to be crossing over any major highways on that day.
I wouldn't want to be caught in the city on that day. Maybe work from home.
Yeah, it's another pleasure to be a part of a sanctuary city where we can all come and sing kumbaya from the part of the fact of the Rust Belt has just been depleted completely by the changing of economics, industry, and climate. So, yeah, can't wait. Stay warm.
Stay warm. Stay warm. Baby.
Stay warm, folks. Should we do can you read some disclose? Can we get a disclose now?
Yeah,
Because we haven't done that in a while. Actually, I think raw alerts has been better and funnier.
So
So maybe
raw
we'll start
alert.
with the raw alerts.
No, you need to unsubscribe from raw alerts.
You don't
He
like
may-
raw alerts.
He may have good information and all that jazz, but I found out some shit, and we are no longer doing raw alerts.
Oh, really? He's
Yeah.
bad. He's a bad man.
Yeah.
Is he? Is he?
He's the
What's
P
the,
word.
what's the
buddy.
term?
He's
What's the
the P
term?
word. I don't know.
Oh, the P word. Oh, of course he is.
So first off, I just want to shout out to our guy, Rebirth of the Word.
Oh yeah, see his book.
Yeah, he does have a book out there. Go
Did
find.
you order it yet? Do you want me to order it? I'll order 2 copies.
If you're gonna order it for me, that'd be great because I won't be able to order it till next Thursday.
Yeah. I got you. I'll look it up. I'll make sure because I meant to tell him I was gonna order it up, but we got to have him on again. I've been thinking about that recently. I'd love to get his perspective on what he's got down. And obviously, he wrote a freaking book. I'm sure he's gonna want to talk about that.
I would love to read the book and then have him on so I could pick his brain because I'm sure I'm gonna have questions. But if you've ever seen any of our podcasts with Rebirth of the Word, they're phenomenal. He gets into the deep dives into actually fucking brings out a book and fucking shows you exactly what the fuck you're looking at. So it's some cool shit. So shout out to him. Free plug. Hope he enjoys it. We're not good at plugs, but there you go. All right, so we're going to go to disclose.
We love you, Rebirth.
Disclose.
That
All
the
right.
last time we were on, I believe he read some crazy ass fucking ancient text.
Yeah.
It always seems to go into
The
something like that.
fucking oldest Bible I've ever fucking seen. I'm
Yeah.
just scrolling to see what I'm just scrolling. All right, let's start here. That's a little too far. That's January 31st.
Right around here is fine. Right there. Go down.
All right.
Go down. Let's start it with this footage. Now, yeah, I mean that guy. That's the one I was telling you about. Or no, the fuck was that? Assassination?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, this guy. He burned a fucking Quran in Sweden, and then he got live stream assassinated.
Holy shit. Oh, is that the guy outside of his workout place or something?
I have no idea. I didn't actually see the video. I just saw that story.
That's insane.
Yeah.
OpenAI launches 03 Mini.
I think you're going the wrong way. You
I
gotta
am.
go the other way.
Well, you told me. Are
Intentionally
you
trying
talking
to
about
find
this
something else.
footage?
Yeah.
Are you talking about
I mean,
this
that's
footage?
yeah. I mean, just imagine. You caught
Oh, listen.
history.
That's
You
pretty
caught
loud.
history on your Ring camera.
Yeah, that's insane. That's a missile, bro.
And they're like, yo,
I gotta get inside because that's gonna fucking save you.
yeah, that's
Okay,
fucking wild.
here's another one. Small plane crashes. Go fuck yourself. And then we found debris 3 blocks away. Go fuck yourself.
Did you see the
All
guy
right.
that got hit in the middle of the diner?
No. Yeah, with the whatever the fuck that was. That was crazy.
Shrapnel.
Trump says he ordered the U.S. military to strike ISIS targets in Somalia. Kill them.
Yes, he did. I think there are some clips on there at some point.
We don't need
There's that piece of shit.
Yeah, we don't need to see that. Emergency crews have been deployed in Santorini, I think, and evacuated.
Oh shit!
There's a fucking avalanche going on, dude.
So the Greek islands are falling into the fucking ocean finally.
I mean, if that's not some shit has been happening, bro. It's crazy.
A lot of Greece's islands, you know. I mean that could have been Atlantis under there. Not saying it, but you know, you never know. Ding.
15-year-old boy stabbed to death at a Catholic school in Sheffield, England.
Awful.
Teenager suspect detained. Get the fuck out of here. Trump considers to hit EU with the 10% tariffs. Let's
bring it. Fuck Europe.
Oops. Fuck that up. Hang on. Why am I over here?
Anybody listening from Europe?
I'm not.
Screw you, because you hate us anyways. I'm sick of. I heard a wise man tell me one time that if those people don't give a fuck about you, and you know they fucking hate you, why the fuck would you ever give a fuck about them then? And Europe is definitely one of those.
Oh yeah.
They used to own this goddamn land. They're still pissed.
All right, this is a good one. Just yesterday, Elon Musk says the U.S. government funded the creation of bioweapons, including COVID-19, and is responsible for the deaths of millions of people worldwide. So, yes, USAID funneled $53 million to EcoHealth Alliance, which then used U.S. taxpayer funds to support gain-of-function research on coronaviruses at the Wuhan lab, research that likely led to the creation of COVID-19. Just a CIA
ain't that a fucking dandy? How much? 53 mil?
53 mil.
That's bananas.
Palantir CTO says the United States is at war with China and the time to mobilize has come.
This was crazy. That was crazy.
I don't know what this is. I don't remember
about this at the. I think one of the obvious lessons of DeepSeek R1 is something that we've been saying for the last 2 years, which is that the models are commoditizing. Yes, they're getting better across both closed and open, but they're also getting more similar, and the price of inference is dropping like a rock. But I think the real lesson, the more profound one, is that we are at war with China. We are in an AI arms race. And I got into a disagreement with Sam Altman about this at the Senate AI Summit over a year ago, where I was arguing that we are in an AI arms race, and there's an opposing view that we can all get along and we can cooperate on these things. And I'm sure the other side feels quite different, realizing that their IP has been stolen in this process here. But this war started long ago. It was an economic war with the ascension of China to the World Trade Organization, the greatest IP theft in history, the greatest wealth transfer
the rising
in history.
and falling.
It is an opium
how's
war.
China's
The
education
number one
doing
cause
these
of
days,
deaths
DJF?
of 18 to 45-year-olds in
better
this
than
country is fentanyl.
Much better
That
than
is
ours, I
coming
believe,
from
right?
China. It is a diplomatic war. The Belt and
Wonder
Road
why.
Initiative is basically
Rise
indentured
and fall.
servitude for other
Ray
countries
Dalio.
to the CCP here. And the unprecedented phase zero gray zone operations of the CCP, how many times are we going to believe that anchors are dragged across the sea that cut undersea cables here? But I think one of the things, China knows they're at war. The question is, we kind of equivocate on it as a peace-loving nation. But one of the things I want to make sure we all do realize is that the engineering in R1 is exquisite. The optimizations that they've done are really impressive. And I don't think you can get away with the facile explanation that the Chinese just copy and we're the only innovators. We have to wake up with the respect for our adversary and realize
They're
that
getting
we are
better.
competing. But they absolutely did steal a lot of that through distillation of the models, and perhaps they stole even more. And then you can look at the GPU sales growth in Singapore. It's a tiny island nation. I'm pretty sure there's some sanction invasion going on there. And we have to realize that the AI race is winner take all, and it's going to be a whole of nation effort that extends well beyond the DoD in order for us as a nation to win. And that M Day was yesterday. The time to mobilize has come.
Jesus Christ.
BGF, what have I always said since this podcast started?
What's that?
Buy ammo and learn Mandarin.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? EU regulations allows 4% of fucking insects in your food. Have fun, EU. Local authorities in the UK have spent 140 million euro of taxpayer money on services for migrants such as playstations, yoga, and circus skills classes, driving and DJ lessons.
Buddy, if you think it's bad here for us, imagine what it's like being conservative in fucking England. And this is just like regular person in England. I mean, just a home grown England guy that's just like, whoa. Like that is a next level amount of money to be spending in a tiny little area with a lot of people that are different. That's gonna be a absolute tinderbox.
Oh, it already is.
It already is, but it's gonna get when that goes bad, that's my indicator. It's like, okay, that might be coming here.
Yeah. Next up, Trump is expected to sign a presidential memorandum on restoring maximum pressure on Iran. Okay. U.S. Senate Finance Committee, we confirmed RFK Jr. He is going on to the full Senate.
Yeah, they're going to push all of those out. They're just because of how aggressive Trump went. That's another thing I just have to give a little critique on. He should have waited to do all this shit after he got his guys in power. I know he wanted to make the splash of being like, we're going to cut some shit off. You got the politicos, you got them on the ropes, but then you also have them now playing even more defense. And it'll drag for a little bit, but eventually the vote will come. It's inevitable. If you haven't seen the current, odds, it's pretty much inevitable. It's just whenever it comes up for a vote.
Talking about odds for this shit.
There are odds, man. You gotta always gamble. Gamble on life.
Zelensky says, "Give us back nuclear arms. Go fuck yourself." New study finds alarming levels of microplastics in human brains, with the sample containing about 7 grams.
Damn.
That's not a lot, right?
7 grams.
Yeah. White House is preparing an executive order to abolish the Federal Department of Education. Let's go. This is all
we chatted up on that.
Major police operation at school in Orbo, Sweden. The hospital nearby is emptying the emergency room for intensive.
That was a bad shooting in Sweden. They have very strict gun laws there. You know what else they have in Sweden?
What's that?
This is going to be one of my new themes this year. They got a king.
Oh.
There is a king of Sweden.
Not doing a good job, I guess.
That's just a king a lot of places over there in Europe, man. We're going to fucking tariff their asses.
United States begins flying migrants who entered the country illegally to Guantanamo Bay. FBI has turned over
That's a
the names
shady
of,
one.
I don't know. FBI has turned over the names of 5,000
They
employees
ugly.
who worked on January 6 cases. That's pretty, I think that's pertinent. Palestinians have no alternative but to leave Gaza, and he would like to see Jordan and Egypt take them. I don't know how true that is.
So he's been paying who exactly since he cut off aid everywhere else?
Israel and Egypt.
And
Egypt, I think.
and the other one.
And Jordan?
Yep.
Oh.
So why do you think he was doing that? So I was always wondering. I was like, okay, Israel's obvious, but why Egypt and Jordan?
Well,
And that was it. They're like, because they're gonna take them.
Yep.
We'll keep paying you. We'll keep paying you. We'll keep paying you. Our money's better than yours. That's it. Thanks for coming.
So I didn't know that it was going to shut down by Friday, but all of the USAID missions overseas are ordered to shut down by Friday.
Friday at 11:59 p.m. So rolling into Saturday, every USAID thing is gone.
Takeover of the Gaza Strip. You can see Bibi shit his pants, but that's whatever.
Isn't it crazy? This is all lining up with the Super Bowl.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's almost like it was predicted or scripted.
Oh man, this is gonna be wild.
Pam Bondi, we already talked about her. Putin, I think it is wrong and unfair to blame the current generation of Germans for what happened in the 1930s and 40s. This has nothing to do with modern German society. I don't know.
It really doesn't. Like, dude, everything that happened is cyclical. Yes, we need to understand that. People do need to understand that. But we also have to understand that the circumstances of those categorical groups throughout time do take different shapes and forms. And I
Keep
mean, there's
talking. I
definitely
got to use the potty.
Okay. So, all right. So we'll say this: Jordan is ready to declare war on Israel in the event that Netanyahu attempts to forcibly expel Palestinians into its territory. Okay, that was about 9 hours ago. Seems like, to me, Trump has maybe not really caught on with the deal breakers of Jordan. Jordan wants a few different things. Jordan wants probably a strong border of Jordan if they're going to be allowed to do this. They're going to want autonomy for what happens to the migrants or immigrants from Gaza to go to Jordan. I'm sure Egypt wants the same thing. They might be getting a little bit more money, a little more kickback on the back end. You wonder why these countries get the money it goes. You always just follow the money. It's as easy as following a mouse. Set a trap. They fall right into it every fucking time. And that's pretty much how you get to the source. You follow the fucking money. Where was the money going? The money was going to Jordan. The money was going to Egypt. So where would they be going? Maybe there. But looks like talks broke down, BJFF. That happened 9 hours ago.
It does look like talks broke down a little bit, right?
Just a slight bit. They said they're going to ready to declare war on Israel if they try to send them.
Netanyahu attempts to forcibly expel them.
Yeah. So it has to be us. So it has to be us or them.
It has to be Netanyahu, it seems.
It says declares war in the event that he does do that, though. It doesn't say if
Jordan
we
is ready
did.
to declare war on Israel in the event that Netanyahu attempts to forcibly expel Palestinian.
So you were right. It was okay. So above that, it is Israel withdrew from the Human Rights Council.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we did. At least I didn't see
executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports. It's about time.
That was massive. It's about time.
About time.
It's about time.
That's it, really?
And that was it.
Damn.
That's your whole news cycle.
So we also have to. I have to give a plug to. I know you're gonna hate this, but Candace Owen is doing a.
She's okay.
She's doing a show on becoming Brigitte about Brigitte Macron from France. You know, the first lady of France.
Oh boy.
Being a dude.
This is gonna open up a lot of doors, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Is it gonna open up the
Big Mike. Yeah, you got it. Glad you're doing the dance. That's awesome.
Wait,
So yeah,
hold on. Did you see it?
oh, I saw it.
Doing
There's
it.
you. So I think that is going to lead right into that sort of scenario. So that'll be fun.
It's gonna be a wild ride, my friend. An absolutely wild fucking ride. Well, I got nothing else.
I got
I
nothing else.
also I can't really tap this roach, so I might just have to cheers you with a quick little shot here.
All right. Go follow us on Twitter. That's at Beejapfeth, BeeJaphetH,
BJFF.
or at Johnny_anchors.
You see the fucking handle, people. Follow it. Why
Where
not?
the fuck did you go?
I'm here. Pouring my shot.
Oh, okay.
The bottle is my backstop.
Please follow all of our channels on Rumble so we can be a creator, get into the creator program and make some money so we can quit our jobs and just fucking do this because this is awesome. I love
We're
doing
just going to make our own community and continue podcasting the entire time with all of our universal basic income that comes from the rise of the machines. Buckle up and ride. The 20s are going to be a fucking doozy. The 20s, baby. We're already halfway through.
it.
Can you
Fucking
fucking believe that?
I can't.
Man, we met outside of the 20s. That's fucking wild. All right. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Go America. Go Americans. Cheers. And for all y'all motherfuckers out there, take it easy.
Peace.